Logan Paul is in massive financial trouble because he is being sued 6 ways from Sunday by the manufacturers of his Prime drink that he brought out 2 years ago. But before we get into that, we are going to go back and cover all of his other controversies, just so we can see that he is used to this type of thing happening. But this time, he is being sued for hundreds of millions of dollars, and he will be broke if all of this comes to fruition. And a lot of people don't actually like Logan Paul and will think, yay, it's about time he got his comeuppance. So let's see what is happening.
We only lost money trying to pick up the pieces. As has been the case with dozens of crypto and NFT projects, the space is unfortunately ripe for bad actors to infiltrate projects that start with even the best.
Logan Paul launched a Krypto Zoo, and it was a planned cryptocurrency game or autonomous ecosystem where users would buy, sell, and breed virtual animals represented as NFTs using the Zoo cryptocurrency. It was promoted by YouTuber Logan Paul in 2021, but the project failed to materialize, and the promised features, including a playable game, were not delivered despite raising millions of dollars through NFT and cryptocurrency sales. The project was abandoned, and Paul later apologised for the failure and offered a partial refund. So, how did it all go wrong? Well, the Krypto Zoo never actually launched, and then CoffeeZilla got involved, and he did some mega research into what was happening, and now there is a lawsuit against CoffeeZilla brought by Logan Paul. The main thing that really annoyed everybody is they were ghosted by Logan Paul for more than 1 year. And then when he did come out and address something, he blamed everyone but himself.
While myself and Jeff sold nothing and made nothing as verified through investigation and the blockchain.
Jeff, Logan's manager, to my knowledge, never sold.
CoffeeZilla found lots of disgusting things that Logan Paul denied. He said that it was all everybody else's fault and he knew nothing about it. But CoffeeZilla finds alleged evidence to prove that Logan Paul knew exactly who he was getting involved with and still went ahead and did it.
This lawsuit is not about Logan Paul getting defamed. Instead, this is about him trying to dodge accountability, victims, and blame anyone but himself for his problems, especially me. This lawsuit says Logan Paul wants to hold me accountable for my actions. But what actions are those? Holding him accountable? It's ironic because his lawyers claim Logan has learned to believe in the importance of accountability. But accountability for who? Currently, Logan is fighting the victims of Krypto Zoo in court, and now he's fighting the journalist who exposed him in the first place. Personally, I believe Logan has learned nothing from this except how to silence people with the law. But I won't be silenced because Logan's lawsuit makes no sense. We're going to go through it because from the beginning, there's problems. Logan's 5 lawyers tried to discredit me as a journalist. They paint me as someone who wanted money. They say I had a false and malicious narrative. But you know who doesn't believe that? You know who secretly praises me behind the scenes?
This journalist, YouTuber, crypto uncoverer guy named CoffeeZilla, who's incredible, by the way. A very thorough, good-hearted, smart guy, did a deep dive into this project that I attempted to make called Krypto Zoo.
That's right, it's Logan Paul. He's the biggest enemy of Logan Paul's defamation case. Who knew? Because defamation requires actual malice and a reckless disregard for the truth, but he just admitted on camera that I am thorough and good-hearted. Maybe that's why he wanted to remove that video from the internet, according to the YouTuber who released it.
The only issue that was ever communicated was remove this crypto stuff, remove this KryptoZoo stuff. If KryptoZoo is in there, if CoffeeZilla is in there, I'm not going to promote it.
Yeah, remove that KryptoZoo stuff, that CoffeeZilla stuff. Doesn't look good when you compliment the guy you're trying to sue.
The next grand scheme that Logan Paul enters into to try and become a billionaire.
Just say fuck it and just... The honest answer, when we both hit that B.
I'm out this bitch when I hit that B.
Is the Lunchly versus Lunchables debacle, where they try and bring a product to the market to overtake a very well-known brand. So Logan Paul, Mr. Beast and KSI bring out this food product, and it is going to try and take on Heinz, who are a massive conglomerate who are never ever going to lose to these three idiots. And the thing is, you would have thought that if there was a way to enter the market, another huge company would have already tried. So that should tell you already that these three are not going to make it work. And needless to say, they don't. So then Logan Paul decides he is going to bring out a sports energy drink called Prime, and he does this with KSI. So let's have a look at the money he sinks into this before we look at the lawsuits that are coming his way from this product.
The line is really going now as it's speeding up. Let me tell you some fun facts. So if this goes down, it costs $25,000 an hour. In fact, just to change the color of the cap, to change the equipment, costs $50,000. This bottle, the Prime bottle, the proprietary shape with the ridges, costs hundreds of thousands of dollars just to make the mold. Needless to say, this is not a cheap process. This point right here to my left, where the bottle starts off like this, to this point right here to my right, where the bottle is then blown, 20 bottles per second are blown, filled, and capped.
The production costs alone behind Prime are astronomical, as we heard from that video. So knowing all of that, you would have thought that Paul would have used his brain and actually used a bottle that didn't cost as much to manufacture. But of course, Logan Paul knows better. But obviously he doesn't, otherwise he wouldn't have lawsuits against him to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. The biggest lawsuit against Logan Paul is from the bottle manufacturer, because the orders are not being filled. So basically their sales have dropped by 92%. So therefore they don't need hundreds of thousands of bottles to be manufactured every single day. And they have basically reneged on the deal that they had with the manufacturer. So now the manufacturer is suing Logan Paul for $68 million, and that is just one lawsuit to do with Prime.
Paul's Prime sales plummet in a key market as the once popular drink has growing pains. So in 2024, the company's UK revenue fell about 70% from the previous year, according to public filings. The company pulled in about 33 million, roughly 45 million USD in 2024 drink sales, compared to around 112 million, or about 153 million USD the prior year. Now in 2025, with about 312,000 euros in profit, a 92% drop compared to the previous year. Then additionally, in the United States, Sales are down 40% from the previous year as of June 2020.
Logan Paul is up to his old tricks. He is hiding the sales data for Lunchly because it is failing miserably, and he knows that everyone makes videos on things when he fails, just like they do for anybody else. So this is why Logan Paul is burying his head in the sand like an emu. But in the case of Prime, that is not going to save him. And that was read by the Curl King. And I just want to thank him for the video that he produced on this, where I got that information from. So thank you very much. A lot of you may be asking, why did the Prime drink fail? Well, all I can tell you is my opinion. I have never tried the drink because I don't drink sports energy drinks, because I don't believe they're good for you, because they're made with fake sugar, and I don't have anything with fake sugar. But the way I see it is, when a new product comes out, everyone goes out and buys it and they try it, and then you have massive sales. And then some of those people are going to carry on purchasing it. But after a while, they obviously seemed to get fed up with it and went back to their normal drinks. And this is why, in my opinion, it didn't work for them.
This is a $68 million lawsuit for flaking on a manufacturing deal. The drink brand, founded by social media influencer turned boxer in 2018, and its parent company have been hit with a $68 million lawsuit over claims they reneged. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced.
It's pronounced reneged, my friend.
On a manufacturing deal. Bottler Refresco Beverages says Prime and Congo brands breached their April 2023 contract by failing to buy a minimum volume of products it had previously committed to, at least 18.5 million cases per year for its 3 years from Refresco. Refresco argues it had to shell out considerable time and money to retrofit its equipment to exclusively accommodate Prime's unique bottle shape, according to August 2nd's suit filed in Delaware's Chancery Court. Prime, the Louisville, Kentucky-based company co-founded by Paul and KSI, who are not named defendants, became a global sensation after hitting the mark in 2022.
When we both hit that B.
Once these lawsuits have been concluded, I can't see him or his brother being a billionaire. All I can see him is being flat broke.
Anyway, the next lawsuit we're going to look at, Minnesota firm sues Logan Paul's Prime brand for trademark infringement. So this one many of you might have heard about. This is the one where they're saying that they have the trademark for X hydration, where Prime uses X hydration, and they're claiming that they own the trademark and that Prime can't use it. The amount for this lawsuit is currently unconfirmed. And then this, of course, is the Olympic Committee is suing Logan Paul's Prime as well for using, I believe it's like an Olympic trademark. It is a unspecified amount of monetary damages. So, and these last two I kind of coupled together, though they are also separate lawsuits. So it really brings up the total to 5. So one is for the having too much caffeine for what the label indicates. So supposedly they detected that it has 215 to 225 milligrams of caffeine, which is more than the 200 milligrams advertised.
The amount of caffeine in a drink is extremely important, especially if young kids are drinking these drinks, because caffeine taken into high amounts can literally kill people. So it's no wonder they're being sued on that fact, is it?
Very, very valid lawsuit. $5 million is what's being asked for that. And then lastly, the PFAS Forever Chemicals lawsuit. So basically claiming that there's chemicals in Prime that last in your system for way too long and that they're not listed on the packaging. And that's a danger to people. Also $5 million.
Will Logan Paul get out of jail free card and settle his lawsuit for money that he can afford? Or will he lose each and every one of them and end up bankrupt? Well, when there is more news to bring you, I will be here to bring it. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. Thank you very much again to the Curl King, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.